Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy South Central. We back in the building, man. And thank you guys for checking up on me, man. Those who did and those who didn't, man. Thank you for waiting on me, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to the South Central family. I want to give you guys a good little. I appreciate you guys, man. And yeah, been putting in the elevators, man. Slamming them in. I take care of the fam, man. So we have some great news. Trump won. Again, Trump won, man. And time, it happened in great timing, man. We needed him. He came through, and we did what we were supposed to do as a average everyday American who wants to see things change. And it's great. What a time to be alive, man. We got a great administration coming our way as far as Elon Musk. We got Vivek. We got so many others. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't name names, the borders are guys. We got a team to be reckoned with. And like I said, it's a time to be alive because we're going to see the shift change. But we still got haters. That's the problem. We still got haters, all right? Even though it's America first and we're seeing it come along, we still got haters, and we still got people that will oppose the agenda of the American people, right? Now, before Trump, we got used to paying for our own demise, especially when it comes to the government, when it comes to food, when it comes to education, right? We pay for our own demise, right? As far as taxes. But when we're fighting back and we're starting to question things and we're seeing that things are not working, and we want to change these things that's not working, we get pushback. Who do we get pushback from? Okay. The establishment. All right. What's the part of the establishment? Mainstream media. All right. And what's one of the main oppositions in mainstream media outside of CNN and all these other wokey programs? And it's The View. All right. Most people are getting their content from The View because they give us content to react to, because sometimes it's just so absurd that it makes your blood boil first, but also it makes you want to react to it and see if other people see what you're saying. But like I said, I'm happy we won, right? We're going to give a shout out to Donald Trump again. Right. And
I'm going to come.
All right, listen, I'm joking. So we have a lot of work to do. Okay, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of minds to change because we do need to, do what we're supposed to do as far as what we voted for. We want to get what we voted for. And I think Trump is coming along with it. But now one of the aspects of it is John F. Kennedy questioning the health administration and what we have been allowing as American people as far as food to come in our systems, food to come in our homes, and not questioning things. And he's definitely getting pushback from The View. All right. And I don't understand why is that a thing, especially when you want to protect our children, you want to understand what's going on. You want to question why have these people been doing the things that have been doing as far as these administration, as far as the health administration, and who are they getting backed by and what's the purpose of it? Right. We want to know these things, and it's okay to ask these questions, but then there's people that will push back upon you due to asking these questions. And we want to figure out why is it like this? Okay, without further ado, we want to hear what these people have to say, man. So let's get into it.
Donald Trump secured another 4 years in the White House, but what are the ramifications of a Trump election for blue states like New York, particularly here? So today, to give us his specific take, is New York City Mayor Eric Adams. How do you do?
Thank you. First, I want to say congratulations. I hope my son saw the proposal because I need some grandchildren. He needs to get married. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that was on proposal in the audience. We had a proposal this morning.
It was lovely.
Right. So let's get right to. You heard us talking about RFK Jr. being the head of HHS. What do you think about that appointment?
The executives will nominate and bring in those who they believe will move their vision forward. And everything from the fluoride issue, I believe we should have fluoride in the water based on what my experts are telling me. But let's be clear, we have a real problem with our...
First of all, I want to say that his experts are very, very out of control for even saying that they want fluoride in the water. Right. That was the old thing, just like tobacco back in the days. The advertisement for tobacco back in the days. It's wrong. OK, we're not going to allow that. We don't stop that there. We don't need fluoride in the water. All right. We don't need that at all. We don't. It's not good for you. And this is one of the things that's one of the nuances, the normalcies that we accepted as American people that we need to challenge. OK, and that's what we got Robert F. Kennedy to do. OK, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't want to believe that fluoride is good because look at Flint. Okay, it's not right. It's not right. We're gonna cut that out right there.
In our country, and we need to watch what we feeding our children. And
what is the major problem, do you think?
too much hormones. Many people know. People know my. I almost lost my sight with diabetes. The doctor told me I would be blind in a year. I was going to lose my fingers and toes, and it was my food. It wasn't my DNA. It was my dinner.
But JFK Jr. Ate RFK Jr. ate some pork, and now he has a brain worm. Is he the person that should be in charge of that?
Yeah, well,
so you guys hear the snarky laugh and the foolish freaking games that's being played right there. Why does how does him having a parasite or eating pork and something happened to him, how does that disqualifies him from asking questions? So that's literally what it is. I think there's a problem within the food system here. We're not getting treated the same as other countries. We pay all this money. We're basically paying for our demise. Why can't we question these things? What's the problem with that? How does that disqualify him from having a parasite or anything, or eating something and something bad happening to him? I don't understand. You see the rhetoric when it comes to that, but when it came to the scamdemic, it was okay for the depopulationist Bill Gates to have conversations about COVID and the vaccines and how great they are, right? When you on your 50th booster, you don't question that. But when we start questioning things, it's wrong, right? The problem with the Democrats is that they take the moral high ground for everything. You're wrong, I'm right, because I'm a Democrat. It's solely off that, because I have the moral high ground and I'm a Democrat and I know what I'm talking about, because I spoke to people that work for Pfizer and they've been working for Pfizer for X amount of long. I know, even though, the medical system have been skewed and disrupted from actually benefiting the American people and it's part of our demise. These people know what they're talking about. I don't get the rhetoric. I don't get the mindset that they have. But to me, the American people have spoken. We're all waking up, and we're not playing games when it comes to our health. We're not playing games when it comes to economy. We're not playing games when it comes to our tax dollars, because it needs to work for us. We're working for you to work for us. That makes sense. Okay. We pay you. We pay your salary, not the View, because they're propagandists. But from the everyday average American, we question things because we have the right to. Okay. We don't trust them. They lost our trust. They've been having a monopoly on the medical system for a very long time, and we are questioning it, and we have every right to do so. Okay, it's our job, and he has every right to be the head of questioning things, because we can all agree, right? We don't need to be scientists to understand that something is wrong here. Okay, but when it comes to the Democrats, their whole spiel is always, well, we spoke to several professionalist, and they said that he's wrong. Who cares who you talk to? Who do they work for? They work for Pfizer. Shut up. You're on your 60th booster and your heart hurt, and your heart hurt, and you got COVID 2 weeks ago. Like, why? Like, what are we talking about? And you still going for more. You're going for your annual. Shut your mouth. You don't have a right to talk. You need to be quiet. Okay, listen and learn. Are you scared about what he's going to find? Or what's the deal? It's not hard. It's not bad to ask questions. He deserves every right to be on top, because we can't trust who's at the top right now. They dropped the ball. It's time to move along. Okay. When you're bad at your job, you lose your job. Simple.
Let's
food.
Right. And let's understand this also. In all of these agencies, there are thousands of employees and experts that understand these topics, and their rules, their regulations.
Mayor, a lot of them want to resign. When they see some of the people that are going to be on top, I think there's going to be a mass exodus of people who have the institutional knowledge and the institutional memory in DOD,
Well, I would hope so.
at HHS. Who wants to work under a kook?
And let me respond to that.
First of all, we can throw out the ad hominems. Okay, we don't care about him. You saying that he's a kook, your words mean nothing. You're a kook. You got 30 boosters and you're still taking them, and nothing works. Shut up. At the end of the day, we want them to resign. You didn't do your job correctly. Whoever was on top before he got there, you didn't do your job. Resign. We don't care. The experts are not the experts as you think they are. They're there to do a job, and that's destroy the American people, because they benefit from it. They benefit from it. Okay. At the end of the day, we need a regime change, and we need things to be put in. We need people to be put in office that's going to actually do their job. Okay. That we can actually trust as American people, because I pay their salaries. Okay. I do my job. Okay. I do my part. Do your part. That's what we want. And don't be scared to do your part, because we know that it's going to be a lot of pushback. We know there's going to be a lot of hiding documents. It's going to be a lot of foolery. We need you to attack with a vengeance and make sure that you don't let nothing slide, because at the end of the day, you're hurting the American people. All right. You're hurting the American people. When we see it, we're not dumb. We voted Trump in to do what he's supposed to do. Okay, we voted for John F. Kennedy. We voted for regime change, and it needs to change. And we're seeing it happen. And we don't want you in our way. Okay, don't be in our way. We're gonna do our thing, and you just watch. And I hate the fact that they get the benefit from watching and seeing things change, because even though they're willfully ignorant, they benefit from this administration. Okay, they benefit from us asking questions, trying to fix what has been done to us. Right, the demonizing. Okay, the poisoning that's been happening to the American people from the bottom to the top. Okay, but I don't understand why they would dislike a person for doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, obviously we see that there's a problem and that we need somebody to do something about it. We're tired of getting the runaround. I don't want to call Pfizer and ask Pfizer, are they lying? Okay, it doesn't work that way. We understand that doesn't work that way. So move out the way. Let's get back into it.
If we love our country, then no one individual should take us away from our mission.
Yes.
If you dedicated your life to a particular place, I dedicated my life to law enforcement. So if a new commissioner came in that I disagreed with, I was not going to say, I'm going to resign. Let's love the country. Let's love our cities. Let's get away from the rhetoric of the professionalism that we know. Those are experts in this. They're going to look at his proposal, do a real analysis, and make these decisions. It happens every day.
Should he have
Mayor,
a background at
well-
least? He should have some kind of background in this type of thing.
Let me just,
Yeah.
okay, so Mayor, when Trump returns to office, he will actually have a lot of power with the Republican-controlled Senate and House. He suggested at times using the National Guard to target the enemy within, and key members of his last administration called him a fascist. But you've defended him. Can you explain?
No, I defended the rhetoric that we're using across our country and what our children are listening to and what we're doing. We've reached a point in this country.
You see that they attack the person that wants justice for the American people. We have a whole bunch of criminals in our system, right? They want to slander the good people. That's how I feel, right? It used to be, as a liberal, it used to be okay for you to go after those who are corrupt. It used to be a thing, right? You want the government to be questioned. Now, when you ask a question as a liberal, or ask a question as a conservative, as an average everyday American, you're wrong. You're a fascist. You're not supposed to do that. Just go along to get along, right? Go along with the system. The system is not working. It's not working for us. It's working against us, and we're paying for it. Anything I have my money invested in, I have a right to ask questions about. Right? If I was an investor, I want to know what the hell you're doing with my money. What'd you do with it? Huh? I have every right to. I don't want to support my own destruction. Okay. And when it comes to Trump being a it's not a thing. Like he needs to do his job, and you need to get the corrupt people out. So if it takes the military to do it, God be dang, he needs the military to do it. All right. There's not going to be anything in a way for us doing our job. All right. The very first term he did, he didn't know what he was up against. Now we know it's deep. The swamp goes deep. So any means necessary. Okay. We didn't ask for these sanctuary cities. We didn't ask for all this foolishness going on in our country, as far as these illegal extraterrestrials coming in, taking over apartments. We didn't ask for none of that. Y'all did. Who did? It was the government. So therefore, you're out of control. Therefore, we need to go after the folks who took it upon themselves to do what they wanted to do, and they don't represent the American people. Therefore, it's a tyrannical government. All right, we need to go after them folks. He's doing his job. Okay, as a commander in chief, you're doing your job to make sure that everything is constitutional and done by America standards. All right, these rules were brought upon us before any of us was here. We're not gonna allow you to destroy this country just because you want to, just because in the name of love and prosperity and letting illegal. This whole country is built off of immigration, not illegal immigration, not with criminals. No, and I have a bone to pick because it affects the minorities the most. Okay. They claim Black Lives Matter and all this other foolishness, but guess what? When they let these illegal rapists in, these illegal murderers in, who they bring them to? They bring them to us. They don't bring them to Martha's Vineyard. It affects us first. Look at Chicago right now. They might go at it with these illegal immigrants, these illegal gangs, And it's funny because I'm from California, I'm from South Central. We done that first. It happened to us first. Okay. All these liberal agendas happen to us first. It does not work. It doesn't work. Where you have blacks versus the Mexicans. Okay. All right. It's just a repudiation of what doesn't work, and it needs to change. And if he got to bring in the military to make it change and lock up the folks who took it upon themselves to open the floodgates and let these people in our cities to where our women are getting raped, our children are getting murdered. Yeah, and something needs to happen. Okay. And he's not a fascist for doing his job. But that's a little thing they try to throw in there outside of the subject of Robert F. Kennedy doing his job. Let's get back into it.
We no longer want to engage in conversation. They were even calling him Hitler. That's an insult.
That was only his vice president.
That was an insult. That was an insult to the millions of Jews and others who died. We know what Hitler did. And what I said to our country, when I'm on the streets talking to my young people who are protesting on college campuses, wearing Hamas signs and calling for the destructions of groups, I said, we have to bring down this rhetoric. We have to start engaging in conversation. You know, Obama said it right, and I agree. This is not the divided state. This is the United States. We're the greatest country on the globe, and people are watching us and name calling.
But do you think Trump should have brought down the rhetoric? Because
everybody should.
Well, let's start at the top.
First of all, I want to say that, you know what I'm saying, we don't care nothing about what Obama says. All right. Disregard anything Obama says. But when it comes to speaking to one another, that doesn't benefit the Democrats. Okay. They go off of propaganda. Okay. They expect us to be divided because speaking to each other will dispel most of the conflicts that we have as American people. All right. Conversation destroys Democrats. They want you to hate your neighbor, especially when it came to the scamdemic. Okay. Selling your neighbor for throwing the barbecue. All right. He's not wearing his mask. All right. They want you to go against your neighbor. Once you understand that the person with the American flag, the person with the Blue Lives Matter sticker behind his truck is not racist, you understand that you were lied to. All right. Conversation destroys the Democratic talking points. It destroys the democratic thought processes as far as when it comes to propaganda. They need you not to speak to one another. Okay. And doing so, you destroy the rhetoric. You destroy what they brought upon us as far as American people, man. And that's the video for today, guys, man. I want to say, man, thank you again. Please like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know what you guys think. Am I hitting the right spot? You know what I'm saying? Am I on the right road? I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. South Central, we out.